they're two different things.
Well,
There are not.
How defined do we have to be?
Battery energy is something that's even newer, I think, than data centers for North Dakota anyway. I
you're saying,
haven't.
can we use the same policy?
Well, I don't know, can you just add the battery and data centers?
That would be,
I
would
don't
be
know.
really easy.
Well,
Well, regardless there, I think we're still looking for consistency and continuity.
Right, and the only one that I even know of at this point for battery energy is what Montreal is writing, which I don't have here, but I mean,
There's not one in operation, I don't think, in the state, is it?
no, and I don't
That I
think
know
that
of.
any of the other counties, it sounded like all the other counties are kind of starting in the same place we are right now.
Well, I mean, is it something we should work, I mean, is there something, are they gonna exist in the future? If they aren't,
I would think in any place that produces energy storage would be.
I would think so too.
So what's the company that they're taking stuff from Minnesota and taking it to an old mine site and they're refining it for the batteries? Is that the one and the same that I'm hearing about, or?
I think they
As
know.
I understand it, when power is excess, they buy it at a cheaper rate and store it,
In these batteries.
and when they can sell it at a higher price, they pump it back into the grid. That's the way it's been explained to me.
And that would really make sense. If you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was,
Maybe we should start one, Warren, huh?
is it feasible, yeah.
Get a bunch of 12-volt car batteries and put them all together. It'll start small.
You start small, work
I
your
mean-
way up.
Initial investment wouldn't be a lot.
I just think with that, there's just more to be learned on that battery storage facility and what that really pertains to before we can move forward in that to have a better understanding of what
Right.
is it. I mean,
And
it's,
like I said, the only county that I know of that's even got something drafted is Montreal County.
Then let's get our hands on that and away, you know. But again.
It was sent out in an email.
Yeah, we got that. To me, that would, the issue with a battery storage facility would be if there was a fire or something, what kind of
Sounds
toxic
really
stuff.
dangerous.
Yeah, it would have that potential.
I mean, and Montreal only has the rough draft, so maybe we want to just work on data centers for now and then keep an eye open for other counties or final drafts or whatever. I don't know. It's an idea.
I mean, I think data centers is probably more out front than anything, and I think it's just, we just need to do, we need more research on this battery storage and what's out there and really what is it? You
Yeah,
know,
and they
we
didn't
kind of have
talk-
an idea, but is
Right.
that,
And they
What it
didn't
is and
talk
what's
very
it-
much about battery
what's
storage
it look like?
in Stanley at
Right,
all.
are there companies out there that are looking for places to build battery storage centers? And if there is, then we need to adopt a policy.
Well, how do you stay ahead of everything? I mean, we might need a zoning for an alien landing strip, you know, we don't know.
That'll be in that area of the county down
We
there.
want economic development.
I mean, I agree to keep the battery storage on hold until we actually think there might be a possibility of one. I meant,
I suppose the flip side is if we're the first one in the state that has a policy, maybe companies would be receptive to coming here. I don't know that, but probably not, but.
oh, we got bombarded with, the marijuana, not the
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
dispensary one. Good thing
That
that
was
policy.
two meetings that didn't develop into anything, did it?
Not that I know of, I guess. Is there one in Wells County?
No. Well, not any legal ones at least. That I know of.
Glad you put that disclaimer in there.
Okay, anything else? This meeting will be way shorter than the last
Just,
meeting. Jana, anything else?
just public comment, if any.
Anybody have any public comments of anything?
Please make sure that you sign in if you haven't, just so that I.
Yeah, it's a public meeting, so we need to have everybody signed in for the minutes.
Can I just ask a question?
Certainly.
What if, like, for the battery storage, what if you just say, no battery storage until ordinance is written, or can you do that kind of stuff?
That would be under the memorandum, I would think.
Moratorium.
Moratorium.
Don't we
Sorry,
already-
moratorium.
Don't we already have a moratorium or not?
I think
Yeah.
Or was that
Yeah,
just?
Bob made that
Moratorium was
a couple
data.
meetings ago.
That
that was on
Yeah.
both.
So we have it in there.
Well, and,
I mean, when you read through that one battery storage, you know, I read through some of it, it's to get to understanding what it is. I mean, it's kind of like what Bob said, is what the whole thing, and it's having the building and then having it secure and all those things, but to me, until there's one out there that's, okay, this is the official thing, and kind of wrap your head around the whole thing, that this is what it was gonna look like, we better help us understanding, okay, what's that look like here in Wallace County?
well, we all have a homework assignment to find out if battery storage facilities exist. I mean, are they in other states? Are they-
There are some in other states, but I don't know where off the top of my head. I don't know if there's any in North Dakota yet.
If you had, you know, in theory, it sounds like it would work if you have battery capabilities to make it significant, that because at 2 in the morning, electricity is really cheap, and at 5 in the afternoon, it's really expensive. And,
Isn't that what the dams are for?
you know,
I-
we had, I don't mean to bore you guys all with this, but you can answer this question. We had that discussion at coffee. Who determines the flow of electricity and where it comes from?
That WAPA, or Western Area Power, it's called kind of
I know, but you got a dam here, you got coal generation here, and you got a wind farm here, okay?
a.
The
takes
wind is
precedence.
blowing, the dam is here, the coal, you're heating this stuff and creating stuff, and now the demand for electricity is like this. Where's the excess go, and how does that all work? Anybody know? How do you keep that even consistent? Because you can't store it, and you can't just blow it out in the air.
Well, they shut the coal mines down or shut the hydro off.
Well, they're not.
The coal mine will, you ever see them just vent? They shut off. But, yeah, my sister used to work for whatever in Basin, but it's a big area, and it, you know, it's just like pumping water. There is a little leeway,
Okay.
you know, but they plan for it, you know, and that's why you got off-peak.
Sure.
So they can, if there is
If it
more
gets-
demand.
then they can shut that down.
But off-peak has pretty much disappeared too, as far as any money savings, because lack of power for them.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, I get a text every day.
I was gonna say, off-peak in some states though is a big deal, isn't it?
Well,
That's a big price difference.
I can make selections for how I want to receive my power. The company that in Mesa, Arizona, I have too many choices to even try and digest how you want to pay for your pay plan in terms of how you want to pay for this. And because we're there very little, I just said, I just want consistent. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay.
Okay, and like you said, you know, you're gonna pay more for it at 5 in the afternoon than you are at 2 in the morning. But that's what I chose, just because we're not there enough to take advantage of these other rate plans that they will provide you. So, but yeah, there's too many to even.
Well, in bigger cities, yeah, we're pretty limited here. We were in Vegas a couple years ago, and took an Uber, and it was a Tesla, or it was electric cars. Yeah, it was Tesla, it doesn't matter. And the guy did it for a living with his electric car. That's all he did. I said, can you go all day with this? Well, he says, if it's not too hot, you can. When it gets hot, then he runs into problems, because it costs more to run the air conditioner than it does driving the car. He said, and I'm not gonna get these numbers right, but you'll get my point. He says, then I have to stop and do a quick charge, and that'll cost between $40 and $50. But when I go home at night, if I plug that in and it kicks in at midnight till 6 a.m., I can do it for $5. I said, $5? Are you kidding me? $5. So that's the point of the, it's a big city, so
Yep.
there's a lot of that, but that was just wild.
There was a guy in the car? Because all the
No,
taxis
there
I
was
see don't have drivers
No,
on
no,
them
no,
anymore.
no, there was a guy there. We aren't that courageous. Anyway, I digress. Anything else?
Just a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That's all we need. Don't need a second. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Yeah. This family will be bigger the next time we meet.